up, guys? Welcome to local band Smokeout. Any genre from anywhere in the entire world. I do reactions, reviews, and interviews with bands, and I want to hear your music.
To go, ladies and gentlemen, Andre Self-Deception in the building!
Hell yeah!
Let's go!
Hell yeah.
Bro, I appreciate you so much. For those that may not know who you are, sir, please properly introduce yourself, plug and promote anything and everything. Let us know how life is and where you are in the world at the moment.
All right. My name is Andreas Clark, and I am the lead singer of the band, Swedish band Self-Deception. And right now, I guess it's in the middle of the day at where you are, but it's it's at night here. So
It's like midnight-ish around where you are.
it's getting close to it. Yeah.
Okay, we won't keep you up too long. Dude, congratulations on the new album, One of Us, which is phenomenal, out now, available everywhere. I don't think we even knew your band, no offense. In the last 2 weeks, we stumbled on this show like a song or two, I think Break, that came out like 5 or 6 days ago, and I was just compelled to get you guys on. You're outstanding and phenomenal. I have a ton of questions, but I want to start with first, how much time went into the album One of Us? When you guys first went into the pre-production, demoing, writing stages of this, from to when it gets to our ears, how much time goes by?
So, well, it always there's always a lot of time that we pour into whatever we do. I guess like the last 15%, which is my obsessiveness, is always the things that takes the longest time. But this whole album was written when we were on the heaviest touring we've done in our career, going through Europe and the UK and like a big festival summer and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a lot of this has been written on the road, and as soon as if you want, we haven't had vacation at all. As soon as we go home from tour, and we just go directly to the studio and try to finish what we're doing. So we've worked really hard on this. It's taken like I think a year and a half to get everything in place for this album. Yeah.
When you say you're riding on the road, like what inspires you from city to city, from show to show? Like, are you interacting with fans, talking to them, and they spark ideas, or is there just like maybe one of your bandmates on the bus, like playing something acoustically, like, and then it sparks a melody or something? Like, how do you start when you write a song? Like, what is your process?
Oh, your question has so many layers. It's so hard to.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we used to. Something that's special about this album is that we haven't toured like we have in the past couple years before. So we used to sit at home and try to perfect things in a way that we haven't done with this album. It's like if something sounds it doesn't have to be perfect. If it gives the right krydda, I have to. What do you say? What do you say? Spice.
Okay. The little sizzle, a little fire on it.
Yeah, don't try to be perfect. Just try to give it what you like, the right feel. So but we used to sit down and write albums and or songs and just try to perfect things, and it had to be the perfect feel to it. But this album was so much on the road, and like we are a 4-piece band when we play live, but we are actually 5 people in the band. Our drummer's little brother is a songwriter, producer, such a great musician, and we've been doing this since we were in kids with him, almost pretty much. At least me and Eric are drummers. So I mean, but the process of how we've done stuff, this album has been like on a very just try to get shit done and try to do it. But one of the best things were though when we went down to Spain and had a 2 week writer camp during this album, and we finished like 3 songs down there, and it was great. So, like I guess a lot of the themes of of the songs are taken like out of the world we've been living in. Like one of us, the opening track is actually written to the people in the mosh pit. We realized quickly because we're not like a hardcore metal band, but we have a lot of metal in our music. And we were playing a lot of metal festivals, and we were like, we don't have enough pit songs, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, we have to write songs. We wanted to write something for the people in the pit, you know. And also like a lot
That's
of
why I
like
feel like Wake Up is to me like Wake Up's like when I'm doing this show and I'm a little bit like down and tired. I throw that on. It's just energy and just shocks me back into it. So I feel what you're saying right there.
yeah, and it's so different like from and it's being on tour. It's just a weird thing getting into the bus, putting up a production, playing the gigs, meeting people, bringing down the production, in the bus again, going to the next country, you know. And so you we picked up a lot of things. Uh, uh, it be political, like people's political things, or like real life stuff that happens around, especially in Europe and all the different. It's so different. Like Sweden is so different from like all of the rest of Europe. So a lot of stuff that was just like what we met during the day, and we kind of like picked up on these things and wanted and wrote about it, you know.
When you guys are, this is kind of like a side question, but do you keep up on the Eurovision stuff?
No.
Not at all. Okay, okay. Because there was a lot of metal in Eurovision this year, and I feel like you guys would have like slotted pretty nicely as Sweden's selection if that was the case. But so
Yeah,
earlier,
actually,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we have there's a bunch of Scandinavian Eurovision kind of bands. We are not one of them.
Andres,
uh,
you have such a unique vocal style. What do you do before you go on stage? Like, do you have any vocal tricks, and or let's say you're in the studio, and earlier I think you were referring to Nicholas, the fifth member. Well, like
yeah.
before you go track with him, like, do you have anything that you do that's unique to before they hit record?
It's I mean, I've done this for so long. Like before we were a before we started making a living off playing rock music, I was playing cover music for full time for maybe 15 years or something like this. So and that's been my whole life, singing and like enjoying playing music for people. So I guess for me it's like mostly it's just kind of I can if we're just speaking now, I can tell on uh, the how my voice, how I would sing just by just talking to you right now.
You can just tell by
Sometimes
the feel of the.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but sometimes if I, let's just say, I have a cold, rarely does out like these things affect my voice, but when they do, I have a very I have a procedure how to try to warm the voice up, and so. But I mean, like before gigs, we're all so different. Like I kind of want to sit down quietly and just have a and just focus on what I'm supposed to do before a gig. Like whilst, for example, our bass player that is very extravagant as a persona on stage, is he needs to have his music on full blast in the ears, and have a beer and start screaming and jumping and get into party mode, while I go into total like just
Everybody's vibe before they step on stage is different. I totally get it.
yeah. But
Did
the thing is though, that this is something that is actually like, for example, when I worked with Niklas, our producer, like just this other week, we noticed that I had like his he's had a cold. We've all had a cold, and we realized that okay, now my voice is like this. Okay, let's try to use it. you know, it's like any tool. It's like any like kind of job. We know what we have. Our so and we made some pretty cool stuff out of that. So, but like I'm almost 40 years old, so I've been doing this for such a long time. So it doesn't, like I can tell on the tone of my voice right now how I would perform singing.
We call that a pro, my friend.
Yeah.
That's a pro right there. Hey, did you think of the before I get into some like fun side questions, fan questions, stuff like that? Did you think of the movie or TV show you've seen the most, Andres? Where if I look up trivia on this movie or TV show, how could I stump you? Because you've seen it so many times.
Which one do you mean?
So this could be anything. It could be like a Star Wars movie, like any movie in history that you personally have seen so many times. If I try to stump you on some fun trivia.
Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to say that this is actually the movie that I've seen the most times is a movie called Independence Day with Will Smith.
Oh, okay. Okay, with Jeff Goldblum.
With the aliens, yeah.
Yes,
the
yes.
thing is that I had a TV, not the TVs that we have today that are flat, like a big round TV in my room that took it took a couple minutes to start. And it wasn't because of that was the model. It was just because it was kind of having its last time on this earth.
So you've seen it a bunch of times though, because this is going to be hard.
Let's just say with that movie, I fell asleep. That was my, how some people like listen to like mindfulness and stuff when they go to sleep. This was my mindfulness or go to sleep movie. So I've seen this so many times. I could probably give you a what do you call it, citat.
Okay, well I'm gonna test you right now. If we stump
Okay.
you, I'm gonna ask you some fun questions that fans may not know about you, sir. So you have chosen it.
Get over here!
In the movie Independence Day, in what American state is the first extraterrestrial transmission heard? What state in America do they get the first transmission? Space Command says they are the only others to know about this. That is the scene where
Would that be DC?
It is not Washington, D.C.
No.
SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, is based out of New Mexico. And that's where...
Oh, of course.
So, my friend, I want to know now, Andres, what is your least favorite food of all time? You're on tour, and they say, hey, we got catering tonight, and it's this. And you find out it's this, and you're pissed because you hate this food. What food do you can't stand?
I cannot stand European sandwiches.
Elaborate. What do you mean?
It's that if you like get sandwiches in the as food in backstage, it's awful. It's like, especially the English ones. I'm sorry, UK, but you are the worst. However, at all the gas stations, they're great. All the sandwiches. But when they put like that kind of food in the backstage, it's always horrible. It's so bad.
Is it so it's just like ham and cheese on white bread, and that's a sandwich, but it's not like a hoagie roll that you were expecting?
No, I think the problem is the freshness of things, actually, most of the time. But they have it figured out at the gas stations, but they can't figure it out in the backstage.
I'm gonna try one more trivia question for you on Independence Day. One more.
Okay, let's go.
David's father, his last name is Levinson. His name is heard 3 times in the movie, and one of them is being introduced in front of the president. Connie is there by Air Force One. David's father seen throughout the movie, but what is the first name of David's father? It starts with a J. J. Levinson.
Why do you have to do the hardest questions in the world?
Well, that's the thing. It's gotta be hard because you said it was your favorite movie of all time.
Uh,
I sub
I'm not
everyone, don't
saying,
worry.
yeah, I'm not saying that it was my favorite movie, but I'm gonna say that I've seen it more times than probably any person on this earth. But I don't know the answer.
It is Julius, and that was really, really hard.
Julius.
The
Yeah.
Julius. So, Andres, now we get to know fans of Self Deception, get to know two questions. What was the hardest song to write on One of Us and why? And then a fun question. What freaks you out or scares you? Do you have any phobias?
Uh, the hardest song. Well, I guess. So actually, the album was supposed to be 10 songs. We finished the album; it was 10 songs only. And so we started like we've been writing on a new album now, or more songs for like 6, 8, 9 months since we finished the last song. But we started writing on new songs, and the thing is that when we already had sent the album off, we were like, we wrote this song that was so good, and we were like, oh, how can we? We can't wait. I mean, we can't wait a year and a half or
What
whatever
song?
it'll be.
What was the title of it?
God damn me, it's the last song on the
Okay,
album.
oh, the track 11.
Yeah, and why is track 11? It's because it's the artwork was done, and I asked our drummer and the people we were working with, can we please just like put our foot on the brake and just get this in? And our label said, they said, you got 10 great songs, guys. It's enough. It's enough. We said no. We want this to be on, and they said, all right, you have till Saturday. I think this was Tuesday, so uh, we had to finish the mixing and everything, and that was. And the thing is that I was down on Tuesday, and then I travel back home, and I just had to call my wife and said, I'm sorry, this week I am not going to be coming home.
Me and
So we
Nick are
just finished
sleeping in
it,
the
and it
studio
was.
all
I
night,
mean,
he said.
no, but it's such a great. It's such a. It's kind of the easiest song that we wrote, but it's also we had to really. We had the knife up against our. We had to finish.
But before you answer the phobia question, like just from a we don't know as fans perspective, like how does the label react to that? Like they probably all have like their promotion plan ready. Like did they kind of like freak out? Like man, this is not a we already have everything. Like how did they like really react to that?
I gotta say, Napalm as a label are pretty cool, uh, but I mean, of course, they're businessmen like all of us. So I mean, they were. But the thing is, we do the kind of we see everything as a joint venture. They're if we believe in something, we hope that they do too. And when it comes to this thing, I guess they were cool about it, and listen to what we wanted.
That's awesome. Not a lot of
But
labels would do that. They would say no. So that's kudos to Napalm. That's very cool of them.
yes, yes. But when it comes to phobias, what are we talking phobias?
I don't know, like heights, snakes, spiders. Like, what scares you? Maybe all of a sudden a piece of gear malfunctions on stage and the whole show goes to crap. I don't know. Like, what really scares you?
Well, I gotta say I have a really weird quality that is only weird to me, and I don't understand why I do it. When it comes to let's just say scary movies and movies that are very uncomfortable to watch. I have a thing where if I see like a title, I see I'm like, let's just say like any sort of really psychologically damaging kind of movie, I have to see it. I have to see it, and it's not
So
like
you
it's
like
not
the
that I.
Saw franchise?
Yeah, I used to be afraid of like torture and that kind of thing, but no, it's more like if a movie or something really gets to me, I hate when like a streaming service puts the movie up because I have a really weird thing where I just have to I need to see it even though I don't want to. And I have bad dreams about it and everything, but I just need a, it's kind of like, you know, just to get, like, not to take the drama out of it. I have to watch it, but I hate watching these movies. And so because I have bad dreams and all this kind of stuff, and it doesn't have to be scary movies about torture. It can be anything that is like that gets to me in my head, you know. It's a really weird thing. So it's like, if you want to see a phobia that I have, it's the urge. Like if a streaming service puts up, and we have all these, I don't know, Conjuring or whatever kind of movies. What's the
Human
scary movie
Centipede.
yeah, what's the movies with the kids that are running with their arms
Weapons.
back? Oh yeah, and I don't want to watch these movies, but I have to for
You
some
have to.
stupid reason. Yeah.
I love it.
That's a phobia, I would say.
Andres, if it's okay with you, I have 2 more questions, and I'm gonna let you go. One fan question is: have you ever had a chance to play with Paleface, also from Switzerland, or are you aware of them? Are you guys friends?
Well, I actually I know the name Paleface, but I must say that as a Swedish person, I would never want to be compared to Switzerland, because we are 2 different countries.
This is true. This is a good point.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's very often it happens a lot. So
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry.
don't worry about
I
it.
do want to ask you a serious question about shapes, though. On your guys' Wikipedia page, it says that shapes was mostly done by Ronnie at his Royal Institute of Technology. Was the influence on that album as far as having everything named about geometric shapes? Can you talk about
Yeah.
the process of when you guys went to write that album and heard Ronnie have this idea? Like, was this an idea that you guys jumped on right away, or did it take some convincing from Ronnie to? Because it's kind of an unusual idea from where I'm sitting. So I just want to know, like, your thought process behind shapes.
Now, I just have to say that Ronnie is he's a very kind of introverted kind of guy, but he's a very smart guy. He's an engineer, and he has a very cool mind. And that album was like the first time where I ever, for me, Self-Deception, all our music has always been my baby, you know? But he took over, and he had so many great ideas, and he wrote so many, like, tracks and songs, and just like pitched them to us. And he had such a fire to his, the way that he really wanted to create something that he believed in. And that was I'm not going to say that he doesn't do a lot of great stuff today, but he was extremely into it then. And he was like, during the time we were recording it, he was like studying these really difficult math stuff that is just ridiculous. You know, it's not even, it doesn't look like math. It just looks like like all kind of different things. So, but he has a great mind when he really puts his mind to it. And he had a very big influential, he had an influence on that album. Yeah.
I feel it. Well, Andres, I know it's late over there, so we're going to let you go, sir, but congratulations on the release. One of Us is out right now, guys. Please go stream it. Support the band, especially if you're overseas. Buy some merch. Support them. Self-Deception!
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you, sir. I'll send you the link for this when it drops tomorrow, but you have yourself an excellent evening. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.